When we got married in '57, we moved to Maryland. We went up there right after the wedding, and we lived there until 1962. And the whole time we were there, he was putting all his money that he made in the bank. He had saved up all this money to build him a race car when he came down here, but I didn't have any idea he would do it. But he did.
Jack was one of the few racers, I think, that actually done it by himself. He done it all. I mean, he worked on them, he built them, he pretty much, you know, he was a whole package. And there's not a lot of drivers that could do that.
For the most part, Jack did all of it himself.
Jack ran all over the country. It didn't matter how long it took or how many days he was gone or how many hours he worked. He done whatever it took to race.
Jack was serious. I don't think he loafed around and did a whole lot of social stuff if it wasn't something to do with racing.
All the time he run 4 different races in one weekend and won 3 of them. That's pretty impressive.
Sort of go into an unknown and go to Daytona and win that race, I would say that was probably one of the highlights. Him be able to do that with a relatively small team, but you know, with his input and their equipment, you know, it turned out to be a winning combination.
He won a lot of big races, a lot of good races, and the biggest thing, I guess, was him getting in the Hall of Fame. That meant the world to him.
When he got nominated for the NASCAR Hall of Fame, that was his dream. And he deserved it, and I'm glad they put him in.
You know, Jack won races. Jack was a good racer, and people got the impression if they wanted whatever he had, if they could get it. And that's how it really blossomed out. He helped my career a tremendous amount.
You know, him helping me and then me beating him. I beat him here a few times, and beat him in a bush race. He's the only driver to call and congratulate me for beating him.
To come and congratulate you for beating him, I think that says a lot about Jack's nature and the way he was.
Choosing this car, we really had a hard time because I've done Dad for the past couple years, and you know, Dad's always going to be #1 in my heart. And he said, you know, don't do me this year, do somebody else, do somebody really impactful. And I heard the tragic news about Jack passing away. I really hate that. You know, he was a great guy. We all knew him in the racing community. Just right then, people kept asking, what are you going to do for your throwback? And I just knew when I heard the news, I was like, I got to do Jack. Jack Ingram was the short track ace. He was one of the first to be able to pave the way to be a considered professional short track racer. Work his way through, win all the short track races, and then work his way into the Xfinity Series, and then partially in the Cup Series. One of his only Winston Cup starts was at Hickory. He finished second to Richard Petty, and that was Richard Petty's historical 10th win in a row that nobody's been able to do since. So a lot of history into Jack and a lot of his influence in NASCAR, so putting his car back in victory lane at Hickory would be nothing but a huge tribute to him and his family.
Back in the day when you saw the 11, it was, you could pretty much believe it was going to be in contention for victory lane. It didn't do it all the time, but it was a threat to be there, and I feel like with the Riggs family, I think it would be great for them to be able to do it in the throwback scheme. And I think overall it could be a great situation.
I'd love for that car to win, just to keep it rolling, you know. He laid it out, and I think we ought to keep his memory going.